Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30 on Monday, December 14th, and it's morning briefing time. Snapshot of the region this morning. We do have some updated numbers from the unaccompanied children. No declaration changes to talk about this morning. We have updated the damage assessment numbers down there, ongoing in both Oklahoma and Texas. Actually, Oklahoma is complete. And no fire management grant requests to talk about today. Now, as we switch over to the Geo platform this morning, things are quiet out there. I'm waiting for the slides to update. Region's quiet. We had some events over the weekend. We'll show you those here in just a second. Before we go there, no changes to the national status. Both are at level 4 steady state. Same thing here in the region. Both are at level 4 steady state. No changes to our state EOCs. All are at level 4, and no changes to the status of our IRAPs. Taking a look at power outages this morning, we do have just over 2,000 in Arkansas this morning. Texas also has about 1,000 this morning. We do have 2 shelters that are open. One out in far west Texas in Gaines County that is supporting that oil well that we have talked about last week. That is winding down. 61 of the homes have already allowed their residents to return after having been checked by responders out there. The other one is out in as a result of the tornadoes this weekend, and none of those have any occupants. And speaking of the events this weekend, you do see the track here for the 2 little tornadoes that touched down. We have reports of minor damage and possibly 1 home destroyed with that. No request for state or federal assistance. And you do see the 1 shelter that's also open here. Again, near Tyler with no occupants there. Now we'll turn it over to Randy to tell us all about the weather.
All right, Paul, thanks. It's pretty quiet out there. Really, there's 2 main things we've been watching today. One is a little bit more snow that looks like it's going to move into New Mexico. So areas have already seen some snow the last day or so. They may get a little bit more. It's a little colder, too, so there may be a little bit more in the way of road impacts in New Mexico. Otherwise, the other issue is it looks like some ongoing river flooding in the eastern part of Texas and as far southwest Arkansas and western Louisiana. It looks like those are the 2 main things for the next couple of days. But yeah, some of that snow may linger into Tuesday, it looks like, for New Mexico, but then most of that should begin to shift off to the northeast and not really impact our region too much after that. And then beyond that, it looks like no significant weather we're looking for. There's today's weather map. It looks like some snow. Again, you can see the snow of that system that's over the Rockies that will impact northern New Mexico. It'll move to the northeast. And then, yeah, the river flooding, it looks like that there's a few areas that we're a little bit concerned about. The Sulphur River at Talco, the Little River in southwest part of Arkansas, the Lake Fort Creek at Quitman, and Trinity River at Liberty. All those locations may briefly go up into major flood stage, but for the most part, it looks like the impact should be mainly agriculture at this point. So it doesn't look like it's too significant. We'll continue to monitor trends there. But yeah, you can see in the bottom 2 images there, it looks like precipitation-wise over the next several days, we're not really expecting too much. Most of it should be just east of us. So pretty quiet, it looks like. It looks like the drought conditions, we're in pretty good shape there. Just some lingering patches of minor conditions in portions of Texas, but for the most part, we're in a lot better shape than we had several months ago. And space weather, looks like no significant impacts from space weather. Any questions?
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that. Any questions for the Weather Service? Go ahead and type those in the chat window. If you're on the phone, ask your question. In the meantime, we take a look at the events going on around the region this week. And on this day in 1911, Norwegian explorer Edmundson first reached the South Pole. And there's a picture of that. I'll get those two files up there in just a moment. Sorry about that. Any questions this morning? All right, hearing none, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Everyone have a great day.